AT, what up, Beat It AT, what up, Beat It
Yo producers, what's good? This is HITPLAY here for Beat It AT, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I would make a Drake or OVO inspired beat using my brand new Infinity Loop Kit and my Skyline drum kit. And both of these kits that I'm going to be using today are going to be available in the description below, so if you want any of the sounds that I'm using in this video, they'll be available for you at beatitat.com. Alright, so in my Infinity Loop Kit, I've included 10 loops that were made and processed by me, so I'm going to quickly go through and show you guys what they all sound like, and then I'm going to pick one and we'll go ahead and make a beat out of one of them. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the one called Equinox, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it into Serato Sampler so I can chop it up. Essentially, if you're new to Serato Sampler, all it is basically, it's basically Fruity Slicer or SliceX for any other software. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop Equinox into here. I am going to hit, where are we at? I want to go to Set Slicer, and what this is going to do is it's going to chop it up into 16 equal pieces. Select all, turn it up. I'm just going to turn it up all the way, make sure it doesn't clip. There we go. So that sounds good to me. I might actually bump it up just a touch more. All right, and then so what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this down, I think to C sharp. I think that'll sound good. I need to move my keyboard down an octave. Cool, and then I'm also going to hit select all, and I'm going to bump this attack down to 21. And I think we'll be good to go. And I'm just going to try and see if I can find a pattern that I can chop up real quick. Alright, so this is the melody that I came up with. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the Serato and then pitch it up an octave, so that way I have an extra section to work with. And so now I'm going to go into my Got Bass pack and find an 808 that'll fit this track real quick. And so I chose this 808 sound. Alright, and so that one is Come Back out of my kit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to quickly write a bass line. This was in C sharp, so I want to write an octave above where I'm going to drop it down to so I can actually hear what it's playing. Oop. Alright guys, I'm back. So I had to take a phone call real quick. So what I was going to do is I was going to write a bass line. What I did, I was messing around while I was on the phone. I'm going to change the key of Serato. I'm going to go up to D sharp because the key that it's in now is just too low. So we're going up 2 semitones. I'm going to go up to D sharp. And I think what I came up with was, where is it at? Let's find it. All right, cool. So let's do D sharp. Oh, forgot to change the key on that one. And I'm going to turn that down a lot more. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, because these are kind of up front and it still sounds kind of raw and like harsh, I'm going to add some effects to it to kind of like smooth it out and like widen it and make it sit better in the mix. So I'm going to be adding a chorus effect and like a delay effect to kind of widen it out a little bit. All right, so I'm going to be using the kilohertz chorus and delay, mainly because they're free, and if you want the same type of effect and same sound, you can just go and get these free plugins and copy these settings. About there, bring that up, turn the mix down, then go to the chorus, turn the mix down to about 30%. That's fine, turn the depth up, and this should be good, and that should widen it out a little bit more. It's very subtle, but it definitely helped. And so the last thing I'm going to add to it is a reverb. There you go. Cool, and so I'm going to double check my EQ. I'm going to bring this up to about 200 and see what happens. Yeah, so about, I want the slope between like 100 and 200, so about 150. Just to make room for that 808. Cool, and so now I'm going to work on the drum pattern, and I'll probably do it on the high end. Let's do this kick right here. This to be like right behind this snare. There you go. Duplicate that a couple times, and then I'm going to fill in the gaps as they come up. And I want one right on that slide. So it's like right there. Nope, it's right here. There you go. Cool, and so now let's add the open hat. That's kind of loud. Let's turn that down. There we go. Cool, that sounds good to me. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Cool, so I kind of want to thicken up my snare a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer a clap over it, which is typically what I usually do, especially if I want more high end out of something. I don't usually boost with EQ. I just kind of layer a higher frequency sample on top of it and just turn it down. That definitely sounds a little bit thicker now. And so I think that's just about it. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going I'm going to basically make another, like I'm going to change the 808 so it has more variation to it for another section. All right, so the only thing I did was basically just take out the note that was right here on all of those. So it's just kind of like a longer, just like a longer dragged out hit. And so like if you look at this pattern, it's just cut right there versus this pattern. And so this is what that sounds like. And it's just enough variation to keep it similar, but also keep the beat moving. So as I use these to arrange the beat, I'll have more variation to choose from later. Cool, so now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange this out and do a couple other real cool tricks, and then I'll show you guys at the very end of that. Alright, and so this is what I came up with for a quick arrangement, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you guys out with the beat, and if you liked any of the sounds that I used in this video, I'll have Andrew link everything up in the description below, and until next time guys, peace.